to all. Today we are going to see chapter 4, First Aid and Home Remedies. In that we are going to discuss about cuts and wounds, nosebleeds, stings, animal and snake bites, burns, fractures and sprains, choking and first aid box. So let us see what is first aid. So though we are very careful, sometimes we will be hurt or injured. So for that and all, we cannot go to the hospital and we cannot depend on doctor at any time. So we should know some first aid. So what is first aid? The help that we can give to an injured person until a doctor comes is called first aid. So until the doctor comes to the injured person, whatever we can do, in what way we can help that person, that is known as first aid. So some common things. So about this first aid, some common knowledge we should learn. Here are a few things you can do while waiting for help. Remember to remain calm and help the injured person be calm and brave. So someone, if he fainted, we should not shout. We should be very calm and we should not get panic. We should be brave and we have to request the person one who injured. We have to ask them to be brave. Nothing is there. We have to give some positive vibration. We have to talk positively. So we should not be panic, as well as we should not make that person panic. So first one we are going to see about cuts and wounds. If someone gets a cut or a wound, wash the area with clear and cold water. So any cut by blade or anything happens, any wound comes, first we have to wash it with cold and clean water. Apply antiseptic. So like Dettol and sanitizer, anything we have to apply it. Henceforth the germs which is present in the cut or wound will die and it will not produce pus in that wound or cut. And we have to use, if it is small cut or wound means we can use band-aid. If it is big, then we can use sterile gauze. So sterile means nothing but the removal of microorganism, free of microorganism. After that, if a wound does not stop bleeding, put some cotton or gauze over it and press it. If the bleed doesn't stop, then we have to put some cotton or gauze. Remember that you must first wash your hands with soap water. So, if someone is having cut in their hand, so if I am going to do first aid, first I myself have to wash my hands, because in my hands also there are thousands of microorganisms will be present. So when I wash my hands with soap, it will go away. So only now at present we are in lockdown due to COVID-19. So all are requesting us to wash our hands. So always washing our hands is appreciable. Next one we are going to see about nose bleeds. Nose bleeds. A tiny tubes carrying blood inside the nose are very delicate. So inside our nose a tiny tube is there. It carries blood in the nose. So when we have a hard sneeze, when we have continuous cough, then it can burst. Then the blood can bleed. So another thing, due to weather also, and someone heat, anything time, all the time the blood can bleed. So that time what we have to do, we have to catch the bridge. This is called bridge, just below the forehead. So we have to press it. After that, if you can manage to get ice, make a bundle of ice in a kerchief, apply it on the bridge of the nose. So if we have ice cubes, then we can put it in a handkerchief and make it as a bundle and we can keep it. Henceforth, we can stop nose bleeds. Next one we are going to see about stings. The sting of a bee. Bee, wasp, everything will have sting. It has some poisonous gland in that. So it quite painful thing. If someone gets stung, wash the area with soap water. First of all, if anyone get hurt with honey or wasp, then we have to clean it with soap water. Pull out the sting with a pair of tweezers. That means like a plugger it will be there. We have to try to take out the sting or thorn. If it is not there, with the help of a nail also we can do. Wash the area again after pulling out the sting. Stinging insects inject a poison under the skin. So, henceforth after stinging, the poison will be under our skin. This makes the skin burn and itch. Always we will get burning sensation and we will have itching. Apply a paste of baking powder and calamine lotion helps. You can also put some ice over the area. So, we should not use any other thing. Either we can use paste of baking powder and calamine lotion. It will give some relief. Next one we are going to see about animal and snake bites. The bite of any animal like dog, cat, rat, monkey and so on can be dangerous. Clean the wound with the soap water and wash off with saliva. So whatever, if dog bites, the dog saliva will be present over there. So we have to wash it with soap water. Cover the wound with a bandage or a clean handkerchief. So after that we have to cover it with bandage or handkerchief. You must tell your parents immediately so that they can take the persons to a doctor. So when it bites, you should not leave it as it is. So you have to inform. If it is happening in the school, you have to inform your teachers. If it is happening at home, you have to inform your parents. Henceforth, they can take you to the hospital. If your friends it happens also, you have to inform. The bite of an animal can give people a terrible disease called rabies. Rabies can kill people. Yes, of course, when a person bites with a street dog, then he can be affected by rabies. When a person is affected by rabies, even he can die. So we have to be aware of these things. Next one we are going to see about snake bites. Most snakes are non-poisonous. Non-poisonous means it is not having poison. Poisonous snakes have poison glands in which poison is made. So poison gland produce poison in that snake. When they bite with their fangs, fangs means nothing but sharp teeth, they inject this poison into the person or animal. This poison can kill a person also. The best thing to do is to keep the area still. We have to keep it, wherever it bites, we have to keep it still. If the bite is on the arm, put the arm in a sling bandage. See, here it is given. You have to keep it like this. This is called sling bandage. If the bite is on the leg, tie long sticks to the leg to stop movement, the blood circulation. So the poison will be mixed in the blood. So the blood always it will circulate. So when the poisonous blood circulate, it will go to the brain also. Then it will be very dangerous. So we have to tie it wherever it bites. We have to tie it. Take the person to the nearest hospital as soon as possible. So when the poisonous snake bites, we have to take the person to the doctor as soon as possible. Next one is burns. The first thing to do with the burns is to cool the area with cold water. If anything happens, like if you keep your hands in the hot water, or if you keep your hands on your very hot vessels or on the gas or the fire, whatever happens, you have to cool that area with cold water. If it is a small burn, it will heal on its own. If the burns is more serious, keep it under ice cold water until the pain becomes less. When the person is suffering with so much pain, you have to keep the particular area with ice water so that the pain will reduce. Then gently dry the area with clean or soft towel or cloth. So your hand fully might be wet. So you have to gently just touch their hands, the particular affected area. You have to touch it with clean cloth or towel, etc. Covers the area with sterile gauze. Already I told sterile means free of microorganism gas. Keep the gauze in a place of tying a loose bandage. Do not break blisters. Blisters means a swelling. When we get burned, the blisters means the swelling will be there. So upon that we should not apply anything, because when it bursts, then you will get more pain or more struggle. If your clothes are catch fire, then do not run. In the school, at home, it is possible. You can get fire. So you should not run. As soon as you should not get panic and you should not run. Just you have to roll it on the floor, the first thing. And you have to put on that person. If other person is having a very thick cloth, you have to take and you have to put, because the fire cannot continue without help of air. When the air is there, it will burn. When the absence of air is there, then it will stop. So we have to cover it with thick cloth or sack. So it may be for you, it may be for others also. If I get fire, then I should not get panic. The moment I have to roll it in on the floor. If someone gets, then I have to make them to roll it. This is the way. Next one we are going to see about fractures and sprains. A crack in a bone or a breaking of a bone is called fracture. So when our bones are breaking or crack is there, that is known as fracture. You can fracture a bone when you fall or twist an ankle or wrist. So when it bend like this, someone does, or by mistake it happens. When you fall also you can have. You can also get a sprain. A sprain is an injury to the muscles near a joint. So wherever we have joint, in the muscle, when it happens, that is called sprain. When it happens to the bone, then it is called fracture. A sprain or fracture is very painful. Both the things are very painful. It's not a bearable. It is best not to move that area. We can't move also, and we should not move also, because the bones will misplace. Make the person sit or lie down as comfortably as possible. You can support the injured area with cushion or pillows while you wait for help. So till you go to the doctor or doctor arrives, till that time you should not move your hands or legs at the particular area. Next one is choking. People choke when they cannot breathe because their windpipe gets blocked by something, usually. Coughing helps to bring out whatever causes choking. But if a person seems to be choking badly, act fast. A person can choke to death even in 4 minutes. So when they can't breathe, if it continued for 4 minutes, even it can leads to death also. So first thing what you have to do, stand or kneel behind the person. Either you can stand or you can kneel behind the person. Put your arms gently around the person's waist. Next one, make a fist and place it thumb inwards against the person's abdomen. So near the stomach, here this is called abdomen, below the stomach. Third one is, grasp your fist with your other hand and press upwards. So see, if you see in the picture, you can able to understand. So if you do continuously, then the person can relieve from choking. This presses the lungs of the person who is choking. So when you do like this, the press will go and it will connect to the lungs. When the lungs get pressed, the air in them gets forced off. The force of the air pushes out whatever is blocking the windpipe. So already we told the choking happens due to the block in the windpipe. So when you press like this, the air goes and hit the lungs. So when you do the forcefully, the air pushes the lungs. From the lungs, air goes very fastly. So to the windpipe. So whatever it blocks, it can come out. So the person can get relief. Next one is first aid box. To be able to use what you have learnt, you must have few things ready at home. Whatever you have learned, if you want to put it in practice, you must have something. You have to keep it some things ready at home. In the classroom also. Get together with your classmates and make first aid box for your class. Make another one for home. So at home also you have to keep it ready. In your class also you have to keep it ready. Use any clean box with lid. Lid means with closing thing. Your first aid box should have band-aids, an antiseptic lotion, an antiseptic ointment, calamine lotion, baking soda, sterile cotton and gauze, bandages, sticking tape, scissors, tweezers and some clean cloth. All these things are necessary in first aid box. Make a list of the phone numbers of few people you can call for help when you are alone at home. So, when you are alone at home, something happens. So, you yourself sometimes cannot do this first aid. So, you should have some people's phone number. Henceforth, you can call them and you can get help from them. Stick this list on the inside of the cover of your first aid box. So, inside of your first aid box, you have to stick it. You can also write the phone number of the local police station and some hospital nearby. It is not only for us, even it will help for others also. Nearby your area, street people, anything happens, you can make use of this phone calls like police station, hospital and your near and dear ones. So dear children, from this lesson, what you should know, the first thing is you should not get panic whatever happens, because though we are very careful, sometimes some injured, some accident, it takes place. So first thing, you have to be aware of this, and second thing, you should not get panic and you have to remember all the things whatever you have learned today. So dear children, today we have seen chapter 4, first aid and home remedies. In that we have learned when a person gets cuts or wounds, what are things we have to do, and when a person is having nosebleeds or stings, what you have to do. Next one, a person gets animal or snake bites, what you supposed to do, and burns, fractures or sprains, what you have supposed to do. At last, when a person is affected by choking, then what you have to do, and what are the things you have to keep it in the first aid box, and what are the phone call list, number of people, what you have to stick. So dear children, don't get panic, and you have to keep yourself also brave, and you have to make others also to be brave by knowing this first aid and home remedies. So learn it, just read it and try to understand, and try to first, I will give all the answers. Before that, just you try by yourselves this week, you will get this question answer also. Thank you. Have a nice day.